Hello, friends. Today we're going to be discussing the 9 additional bodies discovered in September alone since the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie searches began. Now, when 23-year-old Gabby Petito was reported missing on September 11th, 2021, it set off a massive search, and it seemed like it had the entire nation on the edge of its seat. There might not be a single person who hasn't at least heard her name since that fateful day. Her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, recently found deceased, has also become sort of a household name since Gabby has gone missing as well. However, when Gabby's remains were initially found 9 days later on September 20th, it set in motion a chain of events that looks shocking on the surface, but you just scratch a tiny bit and look a little deeper, it's absolutely unbelievable. With all the focus having been on finding Gabby and then finding Brian, most people weren't really noticing what was really going on with all these parks and forests being searched through with a fine-tooth comb. These massive searches led to at least 9 other bodies being discovered in and around the search areas used to try and locate first Gabby and then Brian. The national manhunt, which ensued when Brian was named a person of interest and fled his family home, presumably into the Florida wilderness, which did prove true, and had everyone searching from Florida to the Appalachian Trail right on over to the west coast of the United States. And these massive searches are what led to the discovery of these 9 other tragic victims. The most recent body found was that of 22-year-old Emily Ferlazzo, in a case with shocking similarities to Gabby's. Emily was reported missing by her parents on Monday after her 41-year-old husband, Joseph Ferlazzo, returned to her parents' home in New Hampshire to tell them he had not seen his wife since Saturday. Emily and Joseph were living in a small bus they'd renovated into a home and had been driving to Vermont in order to celebrate their first wedding anniversary. The day after Emily was reported missing, her own husband, Joseph, allegedly confessed to shooting her in the end and dismembering her body in their camper. Gabby's tragic death and the ensuing search for her inadvertently could be credited to the remains of 3 other people being found as well, at least to some degree. 3 unrelated bodies were found in 3 different states on Saturday, October 9th, most likely due to citizens being out and about, joining the nationwide manhunt for Brian Laundrie and coming across these other victims. Human remains were also found in the California desert on October 9th during a search for a missing New Jersey woman who disappeared January 28th. Lauren Show of Flemington, New Jersey, was in Yucca Valley, which is where she was last seen with her friend and former boyfriend. Friends say she'd planned to move out west with her former boyfriend Chris Orell and live a more creative life, where she planned to start her own food truck. The remains found in California currently have no definite connection to the 30-year-old, but coroners are in the process of identifying the body and determining a cause of death, which could take weeks. The area where the body was found is near where Lauren Cho was last seen before she became upset and presumably walked away from the resort, leaving behind her personal belongings, her friends told San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. The remains of Sarah Biard were also discovered on October 9th after she was reported missing on July 4 and was last seen at a gas station in Douglas County on June 28th. Her remains were found off the highway in Douglas County and identified several days later. The investigation of the cause of death for the 55-year-old has stalled due to the lack of body tissue that was found with the remains, which were mostly bones. Sarah Bayard was reported missing in Douglas County the same day that Petito posted an Instagram picture at Monument Rocks, which is also in Douglas County. The third body, found on October 9th, has been identified as Josu Calderon. The body of the 33-year-old man from Rhode Island was discovered stabbed to death on the Blue Ridge Parkway along the Appalachian Trail below the Yadkin Valley Overlook in North Carolina. Before the body of Josu was discovered, rumors began to circulate that the body may belong to Brian Laundrie, who the FBI and other investigators were still searching for at that time along the Appalachian Trail. 19-year-old college student Mia Marano was reported missing 2 weeks after Gabby on September 24th. After she finished her shift at the Arden Villas apartment complex where she lived, and then missed her flight home to South Florida. The sole suspect in her death was a maintenance man who worked at Mia's apartment complex, who investigators said used his maintenance master key fob to break in and wait in her apartment. He was 27-year-old Armando Caballero, and he was found hanged on September 27th, most likely by his own hand. Mia's body was found on October 2nd in a wooded area near the apartment building with her mouth, arms, and legs bound with duct tape. The cause of death has yet to be determined, police report. There was another body found which many people who were following all this thought was going to end up being that of Brian Laundrie. These remains are found in a dumpster behind a Walmart in Alabama. This was October 20th, and the same day the police received many leads that Brian, who was at this point a fugitive on the run from multiple law enforcement agencies, was spotted near the Walmart in Tillman's Corner. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office denied that the body was connected to the Gabby Petito case and later confirmed that the body belonged to an unnamed homeless man. While searching for Gabby's body in the Grand Teton National Park, the police stumbled upon the body of a missing man from Houston, Texas, named Robert Bob Lowry. The 46-year-old disappeared on August 20 after he was last seen carrying a black duffel bag, sleeping bag, and tent in Bridger Teton National Forest. His body was discovered on September 28th, nearly a week after Gabby was found, following a 4-hour search that included 3 K-9 teams and 25 search volunteers. It has been determined that the father of 2 died by his own hand. When Gabby Petito's case first made headlines, authorities were investigating the connection to her disappearance with a recent double homicide of a newlywed couple who were last seen in Moab, Utah, at the same time Gabby and Brian traveled through the area. One of the women even worked at the Moonflower Community Cooperative, where Brian Laundrie was seen hitting Gabby Petito before their notorious separation by police. Eileen Schultz, 24, and Crystal Turner, 38, were reported missing on August 16th and found dead and partially undressed on August 18th, an hour outside of Moab, where they had been shot and killed. The Grand County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying that no connection between the Schultz-Turner and Petito case was found, but some, including private investigator Jason Jensen, have not ruled out a possible connection. Jensen said that, until it can be proven that Laundrie was not in the area at the time of the double homicide, he can't be ruled out, according to the statement given to him by a local news station. Gabby Petito's parents recently founded the Gabby Petito Foundation to, quote, address the needs of organizations that support locating missing persons and to provide aid to organizations that assist victims of domestic violence situations. Well, there you have it, friends. What a long, strange trip this case has been. Thank you for listening. I look forward to your comments. In the meantime, be good to yourselves and each other, and I'll see you a little farther on down the trail. I'm Steve Stockton, and I'll talk to you next time.